So this has probably been one of the weirdest weeks for me inside of my entire career as like an entrepreneur, right? Over the last 8 years, I've been building businesses online. Over the last 3 years, we've been building an agency called Unorthodox. At Unorthodox, we help our clients build AI and automated systems, helping them within their sales process. So helping clients manage leads with AI, helping clients convert more leads into paying clients, and so on and so forth. Now, that's not the reason why I'm making this video. The reason why I'm making this video is I got fired from my agency this week. And I want to share with you exactly why I got fired and why it could be potentially the best thing that has ever happened to me and the business. Now, the reason why it's happened this week, and I can go back probably 6 months to kind of explain this a little bit better, but all right, let's start there. Over the last 6 months, we've essentially moved into this space where I came up with a bit of a new offer and a new structure for the business. And I wanted to take it in a little bit of a different direction. Change the sort of people that we're working with, really target sort of like high net worth individuals and business owners that we actually want to work with, rather than just like any old business we could find online, right? And in that process, it required me to wear a lot of hats. I was writing the content for the website, I was creating content on YouTube to drive traffic, I was writing the ad scripts, I was driving the ads, I was running the ads, I've been writing the sales copy, I've been setting up the tracking, I've been managing the CRM, the pipeline, the leads that are coming through. And I've also been jumping on all the sales calls because I want to get a good feel of what clients are saying back to us, what's not resonating with them, what they're finding interesting about our offer. So then I can actually make real-time changes in the business and just help drive the business forward, right? That's my only core goal. That's what I want to do. So I've been jumping on these sales calls, and for the last, I'd say 4 to 6 months, I've been doing this, and the business is growing. We're going from strength to strength. We're seeing good numbers. We're seeing very happy clients come through our process and see results. But that's not the problem. The problem was, probably for the last 2 months now, I've been speaking to my co-founder and saying, hey, look, I'm jumping on 20, 30 sales calls per week, and then the next week the calls are down because I'm not spending time creating the content, and I'm not spending time focusing on the stuff that I'm actually good at. And I'm actually really struggling with these sales calls. My conversion rate is super low. And he's like, no, you're doing great, you're doing great. And he's watched a few calls and, given some feedback here and there. And he lives in the UK, I live in Dubai, obviously. And this week he actually came to stay with me. We actually got some FaceTime working together. It was long overdue. Like I said, the business is growing, so it's something we do every now and then. We jump on a flight, go over to wherever one of us are working, and we'll spend time together actually, perfecting what we're doing and kind of look at next steps. So he's been sat next to me on a desk for the past week. Yesterday I jumped on a call with probably the most perfect client that we could possibly ever land. So aligned with our ICP, has the pain points that we can specifically help with, is in a position where, they're ready to invest and they're ready to work with a partner to actually fix this problem. And I didn't close them. So I got off of that call though, and I was like, hey, mate, Mark, that was incredible, right? Because he was there listening to it. He was like, and I was expecting him to be like, yeah, that was amazing, man. Like, wow, what a great company. But I was shocked to what I saw when I turned around. I turned around and I saw his like head in his hand. He's like, oh my God. He's like, mate, please don't tell me all the calls like that have been going on for the last 3 months. And I was like, what do you mean? And I saw in front of him like 2 pages of notes that he'd written down. And I was like, okay, now you've seen. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. He's like, I just don't think you should be on the sales calls. He's like, you're great at speaking to people. You're great at, telling people what we do and being that person that they can speak to and ask questions and providing value on these calls. But when it comes to getting people over the line, and when it comes to actually converting that person into a paying client and showing them the ROI and really just talking specifically about like why they shouldn't, what's going to happen to them if they don't work with us, like what is the outcome there, and just all the sales lingo that you need to know. When it comes to that, he was like, you're just not that guy. And I was like, damn. So I took a sat back down in my seat. And, most people, when they hear that, they would probably beat themselves up, or they'd be like, oh man, I'm not the guy, co-founder doesn't believe in me, this is the problem. But for me, it was like a eureka moment. I was so happy to hear it. I was like, thank God that you are here, Mark, and you've heard me do this. Because I knew that I was a problem. The conversion rate wasn't there. There was, not many people converting, even though they were qualified leads and they're coming from YouTube and they're coming from ads. We weren't converting the numbers that I wanted to be or thought I should be. And the reason why I was so glad, and this is the big lesson that I want you to take away from this video, is I was so glad because, well, if there was a conversion problem in terms of leads or traffic that was opting in and we were collecting lead information, or if there was a problem on, our offer not being right, or a problem on the lead quality, or a problem on our booking rate, those are harder problems to nail down and to identify and fix compared to a problem on selling on a sales call, right? Because we know that our KPIs are above industry standard on all of those initial steps. And we can get people to a sales call that are ready to buy, in the right position, super qualified and perfectly aligned with our ICP. But the problem that we had was me closing them. So what a great position to be in, to know that I am the problem and I can remove myself as the problem and put someone else in there who knows what they're doing better than I do. And I think this is something I see a lot, and something that you need to be reinforcing into your head at all times. It's okay to be the problem, because when you know that you're the problem, you know what the problem is and you can address it. But if you didn't know what that problem was, it's going to continue just riddling away in the background and destroying any chance of growth and success. So for me, I'm like, okay, I can remove myself now. There's no ego tied to it. Like I said, I only care about growing this business, and I only care about helping the clients that we get through the door. So what happens now? I can remove myself from this sales process. I can focus on doing what I'm really good at, creating content, jumping on these strategic calls with clients, helping them push their businesses forward, and helping us grow our business and manage our business. Rather than me being in the weeds, I now get that opportunity to step back and say, didn't work out. We now have way more room for growth now that I'm away from it. What do we need to do to fill that gap? So for me, yes, I've been fired from the business in the sense of I no longer am the sales guy, but I'm so happy about that because I can now focus on the stuff that I can actually really make a difference on in the business. Now, on this channel, I always like to try to make these videos as relatable as possible to different clients that we work with, because I know a lot of our clients watch these videos and find value in them. So what I want you to do is, when you're looking at even us as an agency, and you watch this content that we produce about how you could be utilizing AI and automation within your business to manage your leads, get speed to lead down, automate your CRM and your pipeline, set up these user journeys and different workflows that help you convert traffic into paying clients and help get those booked appointments on your calendar for whatever business you have. When you're doing that, rather than just watching the videos and struggling and battling away for yourself for 6 to 12 months trying to figure it out, this should hit home to know that it's so important to sometimes realize that your time is better off spent somewhere else. In my case, my time is better off spent on creating content, working with clients, not on sales calls. And that applies to you too. Your time as a business owner is spent doing the things that drive your business forward. It isn't spent in the weeds, going through CRM pipeline, following up with leads, chasing leads, trying to write copy on your website, trying to jump on sales calls. Your role as a business owner, in whatever business you're in, is to be providing value to the clients that you have or the customers that you serve. It's to be being at the forefront, steering the business, coming up with new ideas and strategies on how you can increase profit, in how you can increase lead flow, in how you can increase conversion rate on the back end of your business too. So that's my lesson that I want you to take away from this. I want you to reflect and kind of say, okay, what am I doing right now that just doesn't align or doesn't make much sense? What is it that I feel like I'm not really hitting? And then ask yourself the question, is it hitting because you just haven't done it? Is it hitting because you are doing it in the wrong way? Or is it hitting because you're just not that good at it? And I guess those two things are similar, but in my case, I always thought I was a great salesman. But it turns out I'm great at talking. As you can see, I've just rambled for 10 minutes, but I'm not great at closing. And there's a difference. So know that difference, identify it fast, understand that it's okay to go and get support from someone else who is an expert. For us, we've instantly, over the last 24 hours, got 2 of the top sales guys that we know to now come into the business. They're starting this week. What a huge pressure off of me now. What a massive, massive difference that's going to make to the business, because our close rate's now going to shoot up. Our already performing very well business is now going to perform even better. I'm now going to be able to focus even more on lead gen, which in turn fuels the business even more. It's just like the most perfect scenario, and I'm so, so glad this happened. I could not be more grateful at being shit at sales than right now. And it sounds crazy, like just having my business partner turn around to me and say, you suck, has been the nicest thing someone's ever done to me in the last 6 months. So look, that's my message to you. Hopefully this video helps you. If it did, let me know below in the comments. Yeah, nothing to tell you on this video, just hopefully giving you some value that you can take away and implement in your business and see some results with. Have a good day, guys. Catch you in a bit. Bye-bye. I'm off to go hunt for a job now, because I'm fired. Bye.